Hey, hey, hey. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, 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 guys. Come on in the room. Oh, I'm forgetting something. Hey, girl, hey. Guess 1 minute. Y'all, we're trying to get it together. Happy September. I don't think I seen y'all here all month. So, hey, y'all, hey. Hey, girl.
Hey, child, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, y'all.
Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Happy September. Happy Tuesday. Happy the day after the holiday. Look like we might have some poor internet connection. Are y'all still with me? If you guys are still with me and we're not freezing, can you drop some hearts? Leave a comment. Let me know that we are still live. Let me know we still alive in the comments, y'all. Hi. Hey, Stephanie. Hello, hello, Neo Soaps. Thanks for joining us. Can somebody let me know if we're still live?
Sorry about that, girl.
No, it's okay. It was like froze over. I think I might have been froze too. I was trying to see if I get somebody to tell us if we are in fact live. But I guess since you back, we're good.
Happy Tuesday.
All right, well, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you are new to the page, we are 22nd in Tech. Hello, Nomadic Chris. Thanks for joining. My name is T.
Hey, baby boy.
Oh.
That's Lynn.
What's up? Hey, hey. My name is T.
I'm
And
Tasha.
and we are 22nd in Tech. We assist small business owners with IT and brand design for their businesses. And so if you are here with us today, thank you for joining. If you catch this on the replay, if you would do us a favor and just hashtag replay in the comments or say, hey, just let us know that you spent some time with us. Okay, thank you. We live. So we just wanted to touch bases with y'all today because we have had some we've been working on some things and we wanted to talk about how important collaboration, networking, community, um, communicating is as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner. And also I guess just like some tools that you can be using in your business, or if you are like working amongst a team, as small business owners, a lot of times in order to get a bigger project done, you have to work with other small businesses. And so you want to be able to fluidly communicate with everyone so that, everybody is on the same page and everything can just move along the way that it needs to without any miscommunication. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And just hopefully we can encourage viewers to, first of all, look into upgrading any of their systems, check out any of the recommendations we make for networking or communication, and just encourage you to keep an open mind in terms of collaborating with other business owners because a lot of times you need to collaborate in order to make a big, have a bigger impact. So that's what we're doing today.
I just want to add, even if you're not necessarily partnering or I guess there's always an aspect of collaboration, but even if you're not necessarily partnering with another organization, even within your organization or within service delivery or delivering your services to clients, customers, if you have a service-based business, being able to collaborate with them and communicate with them in a central location just improves the customer experience, also just keeps everybody better organized. There's nothing like looking for a piece of communication, a document, a file, image in 17 different locations. It's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. And it's not efficient. It's just not efficient. So, our mission has always been to help small businesses, leverage using technology so that they can, operate more like large corporations in the sense of efficiency. And technology just gives you that ability, right? So T and I are co-founders. We run the business together, and we have, I'm not always available when she's available. She's not always available when I'm available, and we need to be able to go to a specific location to figure out what the last communication was with a specific client or a specific vendor or a partner or inquiry. Like, we don't, something that's on her personal page or her personal device is not going to be beneficial to me if she's not available, if I can't access it. So things like that, we see it so much, and people do it every day. It's just like, oh, it's in the DM. Oh, it's in my text message. Oh, it's in Facebook DM. Oh, wait, it could have been an email. Oh, wait, I wrote it on a sticky note. And I'm off at the mall. The sticky note at home.
Or you hope it's at home.
Yeah. It's live and die by being able to be collaborative, whether it's with your clients or customers, even as a product-based business, right? So you're selling products to your customers, and maybe somebody hits you up on Facebook and say, hey, I purchased with you, just wanted to see if you were going to restock, blah, 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 blah. You should be able to go on your back end of your platform and align that customer with their purchase. And you can see how many times this person has purchased with you, and even communicate with that person either through the platform, where it centralizes that communication, or if you want to go back to Facebook. But if you're communicating in the platform, it just centralizes all the business that relates to you, your customer, and the products and services that you sell. So maybe, if there is a problem where maybe there is a chargeback, it's already there. You don't got to look through the text message or the cash out chat or whatever, all these different places to try to figure out, I know that they said this or that or this or that. Like, it's just there. It's just there.
Yeah, definitely. That has been so helpful for me because I am one of those. I am the type of person that I take notes on paper. Um, and it although I need to write it out on paper, like, it was becoming a problem for me. I was losing notes. I have 4 or 5 different journals, starting notes in one journal, finishing them in the journal that's nearest to me at the time. And getting on the meeting with Tasha, like, girl, let me find my notes. Like, I don't know where the notes at. And it has been kind of a challenge to get used to, just trying kind of doing things in more of a digital space so that we do have access to each other's notes. But once you get in that space, it will definitely make your life more easier because it will help you to reflect back on things and, keep note of important notes rather than losing them. So definitely, definitely it is helping us to be able to communicate better internally. And even with collaborating, because again, we could have a client and I am working on the branding part of the project and Tasha is working on the technology part of the project. But at some point the two kind of meet and we need to be able to communicate with each other and see like where we are without that having to always result in us having a verbal conversation. So yeah, girl, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, and just to kind of, I think we kind of detoured a little bit, but back to just connecting and ways to connect and centralizing those communications with your connections. Um, a collaboration platform is useful in that sense too, building those relationships and just being able to centralize those communications. Maybe it's been 6 months and you haven't reached out to the person you met at the networking event, so their contact is in your collaboration tool, and you can look and say, okay, well, yeah, it's been 6 months, let me just hit them back up and see how they doing, or see if they want to meet and get together for co-working or whatever the case may be. So
Mhm.
moral is okay, use the tools that you have accessible to you and use them to their full capacity, because that's what they're designed for. That's what they're designed for.
Well, since you mentioned tools, and this is definitely your
We have a
your space,
question.
what would you say? Because I know, like, especially in the beginning, like you were hitting me with a bunch of different platforms, and I was kind of getting a little overwhelmed. Like, wait, what is this for? What is that for? All collaborative tools, all of them to help us to be able to communicate better internally between us as well as with clients. But what would you recommend? What are your recommendations for tools? I see somebody, what's the best platform for written correspondence and collaborative relationships?
So our heartbeat for our company, right, is Google Workspace. Google Workspace versus regular Gmail. They have a lot of similarities in the functions. However, we get a more better level of security with Google Workspace. And that is very important when you are running any kind of business, because you need that extra layer of security. You need that encryption that
That's
Google
Margaret.
Workspace Office offers, as well as the level of control that you can give different components of your business. So some of the benefits of Google Workspace: you have your whole productivity suite, right? That's your docs, your presentation, your sheets, which acts like Excel. Presentation acts like I'm sorry,
PowerPoint.
slide PowerPoint, right? Docs acts like Microsoft Word. Um, you have Gmail, which acts like Outlook. So you can do all of your productivity, write your documents, create your spreadsheets, create your PowerPoint slides using your Google Workspace. And it can also be collaborative to someone internal to your organization as well as external. And the benefits of it, like you can add that level of security to, if you want to collaborate with somebody outside of your organization, you can limit the type of access that they have, as well as there's like an audit trail on the back end of your system in the admin console, that you can see who's making what changes, who's doing what, when, where, and literally when and where, like geographically, when and where. And that is important, right? Because if something actually happens, that maybe there's a legal matter, you're able to, pinpoint who did what, when, where, and why. Um, so yeah, that's good for writing correspondence, as well as being collaborative with someone internally or externally in your organization, and securing that content or that document or that data, um, to your organization. And then T, what was your question?
I think
Oh,
you're answering it.
so it also has the Google Meet option, which acts like a Zoom, but it's all included. So
All
you're
right, so
not
those
paying
were so
for.
let me just make sure we're clear for the people. What you just went over was basically productivity tools that Google Workspace offers. But on top of that, they do have a variety of communication features to also help you in the business. So, and those are, you were
So the
saying Google Meet.
communication is Google Meet and Google Chat. So Google Meet acts as your Zoom. However, there's no separate price. If you're paying for a Google Workspace account, it's going to be included in that tool that you can use just as you Zoom. They're able to record your meetings. You are allowed to do you know how you do the Q&A and you do the polls, like you have that capability as well. You also have attendance tracker that is included in the Google Meet, which is not necessarily included in the Google video tool for personal, for Gmail. Then you have your Google Chat, which is kind of like your Microsoft, what do they call it? Each other. That. So that's Google's version.
Um,
Um, where you can chat with people, not just internal to your organization, but if there is another organization that you're collaborating with, you can also chat with that organization, cross organization communication chat. And you can also create Google groups or spaces where you can assign tasks so it can act as a project management tool as well. So maybe you're working with another organization and you guys are partnering on a project, and then there's tasks. You invite that organization or that individual from that organization to the chat, and you can assign tasks out to that organization through your Google Space. Kind of acts like a Slack kind of sort of communication tool slash task management tool. So yeah.
so there. Okay. The bottom line is there are ways to there are tools to better communicate with your clients, or as well as internally if there's more than one of you, you know, in your business. It's secure, and you know it definitely it leaves a great impression, no matter who you're dealing with. It gives you it gives people a certain level of comfort. It makes them feel like that you're really handling their business in a professional way. You're handling your business in a professional way, and it's low cost to have
It is.
Google Workspace. So we live by Google Workspace. As a matter of fact, I don't, because I work from home, we work from home. I don't really feel like I went into the office until I log into my
Until there's
account.
a Google
Yeah,
Google Meet.
that's the office. Like I'm not at work. If I have not been into my workspace, then I haven't been to work yet because I don't know what's going on. So that's how it works out for me. But
You have Google Forms. You can create, forms if you want to create surveys or just intake forms or feedback form. I mean, all kind of forms you can
and
use
then
it.
for my aspect of the business, well, for both aspects of it, especially though for the design, any content, when we are having clients send images or any of their written content for the website,
Mm.
then instead of them sending over images via email, whoo, it can be so frustrating, sifting through emails from clients. Whereas you really can just have it all in one centralized location. You basically can create a client file using your Google Workspace. So you don't even have to have like a separate type of CRM system set up, especially if you're starting out. Like you really can use your Google Workspace to do a lot of things in your business. So like I was saying, you know, for website content and things like that, we fully take advantage of the Google shared drive. And it has been a seamless thing for clients to just upload their information in there, and then we can go in there, retrieve it, and vice versa. When we're done with the project or we want to send drafts over, we just put it in the drive. We're not emailing back and forth. It's just there. Um, and it's in the cloud. So you can
And it's
access it
secured in
anywhere.
the cloud. It's secured in the cloud. It's not lost, and clients, don't have to come back and say, "Wait, can you resend?" or "I
Right.
didn't get it," or
Yes.
"I can't
Yes.
see it," or "I can't
Yes.
find it," because that
So,
happens. We get
hmm
so many emails in life. Like, who finna be sifting through emails trying to find important things,
I
right?
mean,
And
you
I would.
can, but it's not productive.
It
So,
isn't.
um, yeah, we're trying to put y'all up on a little something, you know what I mean? Because it's a really good tool. And like child, Google Workspace is probably the one product that we've been talking about the absolute longest. We stand behind it 100%. If y'all want to test about it, we will.
We will. And I'm not even gonna mention the support. There are times where I do have to reach out to them because, for whatever reason, even though I'm technical, they have their dedicated support team for your Google. If you're a Google Workspace user, you got immediate dedicated support. Immediate. I ain't talking about I emailed them, I waiting. No, they be on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
They be on it.
it really is good. Like, I mean, just the more I'm sitting here thinking about it, like it's an all in one. It's an all in one platform that you really, if you don't have it, click the link in our bio and
And try it out.
and
Like,
try it out.
definitely try it out. And
Yeah,
let me just
yeah.
also say this: if you have a nonprofit, you can reach out to them and request for free Google Workspace for your business. And oh, I didn't even tell you the best part. You also get a custom email domain. So ain't no more my business at Gmail. It is info at mybusiness.com or hello at mybusiness.com. Like, you're getting all of this for a low monthly fee
Mm-hmm.
per user. Because if you have a number of people in your organization, you do want them to at least have a department dedicated email address if you're not going to give everybody in the company a business email address. But you have this professional email address that really kind of makes your company look like you for real. You mean this. You mean this. You ain't here today, gone tomorrow, and you know how it can be,
Yeah,
and
and
it's just so worth it.
it's
It's
gonna be
worth
a lot
it.
of instances where you're gonna need a professional email address. You may not think you need it now, but there's going to be a lot of instances where you are going to need an email address that does not contain at Yahoo, at Gmail, at whoever else out there. Um, so it's a very
Mm-hmm.
low cost investment, something that as a business owner, you definitely should be willing to pay at least this, because it has such a big impact on the way that you operate. So everything is not all about the pretty and oh, I got a business, I got my EIN number, I'm ready to get my website. Or I'm ready for whatever it is that you're eager to do in your business. Just take a step back and consider a Google Workspace account for your
It is
business.
it is definitely a foundational piece of technology for any business, any type of business. I don't care what you sell or what you don't sell. Even if you are a personal brand, it is a foundational piece of technology for all businesses and brands.
Yep. And
It
we
just
talk
is.
about this, like I said, a lot. And among some other things, if you
What's
guys are
up?
like in that startup phase, I need my nails done, y'all. I keep trying to hide them, but they keep showing.
You gotta pull your nail tag. Joy, she needs you.
Shy, But
Shout out to Joy.
shout out to Joy, girl, I'm coming to see you or somebody.
And the whole squad at Soul Care, because we love them ladies.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What I was gonna say? Oh, the Techssentials Checklist. That is definitely another resource that we would highly recommend you guys grab it, especially if you are in the startup phase or you're thinking about it. But even if you are already established, like it's still some, we find that there's still some things on there that people are like, oh, I didn't even think about that. And this is just a, it's a checklist, but with a twist, because these are all technology related things. You know, people are so used to getting like, you know, what does it take to start up a business, and they very rarely think about the technical aspects of that. And so that is why we came up with the Techssentials Checklist. And that is simply saying that these are what we feel are essential um, technology solutions to help you with your business startup, setting things up, operations, productivity, all type of things like that. So we highly recommend, if you have not already, to click the link in our bio and get the Tech Essentials checklist along with your free trial, your Google Workspace trial. It's 14
Brandy
days, I
said
think.
they need to be paying us. They do. But they do. We are actually partnered with them. So this is not necessarily a promo, but it's really more so
It's
just
education
it's educational, because
and awareness.
really truly it is the heart of how we run our business, how we function so efficiently. But I did also, two more things I wanted to just kind of highlight is number one is, it is, they have mobile apps within the Google Workspace. So all of the apps have a app on the App Store, no matter what if it's Google or I'm sorry, if it's Android or Apple. And they also have the tablet apps as well, and any computer. So maybe you're out and about and you need to just use somebody's computer, you can actually log on and access, you know, all of your apps in your workspace. And
Yes.
that's important, right? What was the other thing I wanted to highlight? Can't remember what it was.
Just
I can't
having that
remember what it
access
was.
though from wherever is golden, y'all. It's golden. It really is. And especially if you are an Apple user.
And it listen, I don't know what it's like working from an Android, but Google is very, strong in Android. So it probably, it's probably
Right, because
y'all
that's
probably
they
already very
right,
familiar with it.
right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
their
That's
core
their
product.
thing. Yeah.
We actually have Apple actually has their own,
Mm-hmm.
productivity
Yeah.
suite, but we use our Google Workspace
Yeah,
account
but when I
and our Google
said that,
apps. So
I meant in terms of, because you can access, and I'm sure you can do this with Android as well if you're signed in to your Google account, right, on all of your devices. You'll still have access to everything, but it's just so seamless. So if you are like an Apple user, you have your laptop, your MacBook, your iPad, or your iPhone, and you have downloaded your Google Workspace apps to your phone, then of course you'll know that they're going to be across all of your devices. So it never leaves you feeling like you are not equipped to run your business. Like, it just doesn't. Like, you always have access to what you need to have access to. So even if the stuff is at home on your computer, if you have an iPad or your iPhone, you still have access to information as it relates to your business or to your clients and stuff like that. So let's get these tech essentials together. Again, highly encourage y'all to download the Tech Essentials checklist and just go through the list and see. You might have some of these things already in place and you may
oh, that's
not.
what it was. So the other thing was, a lot of times you have existing businesses that are paying for tools that they don't actually need to be paying for. The IT department or the technology in a company is one of the biggest parts of a business's budget. And have always kind of been grounded in ways to, you're welcome. Thank you
Thank
for
you. Thanks
tuning
for
in.
joining.
One of the things that we've always been very passionate about in business is pairing people or businesses with pieces of technology that's functional, easy to use, and cost effective. And so, maybe you're using Zoom because that's what everybody, Zoom, 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 Zoom.
Right.
Nothing wrong with Zoom, nothing against Zoom. We have a Zoom, we have a free Zoom, we don't pay for it. But we use Google Meet for everything.
For
If we're
our
doing a
internal
webinar,
business, yes,
even
we
external,
use
even
Google
if we're
Meet.
doing a webinar, we're using Google Meet. Like, we'll join somebody's Zoom
So
meeting,
that and
but
so Tasha, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just feel like this is a good opportunity to, like you said, we do our webinars using Google Meet. But
we can
most people,
stream
or a lot of people, use who?
Zoom.
Zoom. There are some other like webinar
You
type
can use
platforms
yeah, but that's
that are
when you
out
want to
there
do it
that you
cross
typically have to
platforms.
pay for, right? And
Yes.
so
We use Google Meet even for our webinars. You're on mute. I think you were talking, but I didn't hear you.
the phone rung, so it just kind of keep.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay. What were you saying? I saw your listening, but
I
I
was
didn't hear
just
you.
saying how that a lot of people don't think about that. You're making a great point. A lot of people don't think about a lot of additional tools that they may be using, they may not need to be using. For instance, if you are having a webinar, we hear a lot of, about a lot of other different platforms that business owners use, and they probably likely still have a Google Workspace account. So it's kind of like you don't really need this other platform when you already have especially if you already have an active account. We find a lot of times. So basically what we're saying is you may need a technology audit because you may not need a lot of these things that you are using, that you're paying for. And that is a technology audit will reduce the amount of systems that you may have or that you signed up for, that you got on your phone or your desktop. And it also may help to reduce your operating costs, because we love reducing our operating
We
costs.
do. We do. I mean, even with any small business, like, it doesn't matter if you're small with 2 people or small with 500 people, like, you're always looking for ways that you can function efficiently without it costing so much money. And yes, things can just be trending and it's the popular one, but if you don't got to be paying for something, then why pay for it?
Right. Anyway, so it is, what time is it?
Yeah, it's 3 till, and I got another meeting. Cause
Okay.
these be meetings, y'all. These be meetings on the calendar as a meeting.
Oh, y'all better get y'all that Google Workspace, boy, because that calendar talk.
We didn't even get
Listen.
into the calendar,
We
but
did,
yes,
and
the
that's a whole
calendar.
nother conversation. We'll say that for Thursday or something. But yeah, calendar talk. That's a real good one. That's a real, real good one, y'all. I'm telling you, especially for y'all. Especially for like you busy service-based people. um Girl, you might need to just go ahead and block out some ghost time on your calendar, because you just need to take a little nap or something, set yourself free. Getting people out of your text message, out of your DMs, into booking you online based on your availability. Getting in the habit of setting your availability, sometime on the weekend or something. So when the new week comes, people know how, if you're available, when you're available. So service providers, that one's for you. But we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Okay. Thank y'all for joining us.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy the
Like
rest
we
of y'all
said,
week.
enjoy the rest of your week. And if you catch this on the replay, hashtag replay, leave some sort of comment so that we know that you were here. Make sure y'all download that Techssentials Checklist, and also try out the Google Workspace for the free trial is for 14 days. And then after the free trial, it's literally only about $6 a month to continue the service. All right, y'all. Have a great one.
Have a great